It's with great sadness that we have to acknowledge the passing of a friend and a colleague, Tim Picton. Tim hailed from Adelaide and cut his teeth as a campaigner in the South Australian branch of the party and worked on a number of successful federal and state campaigns before going on to work for Senator Don Farrell. Tim came to Melbourne midway through the 2014 state election campaign and applied for a position with the Victorian Labor's field program, and it was hired as the organiser for the seat of Mulgrave, which was the seat of the then opposition leader Daniel Andrews, which was in a precarious situation at the time. I will say at the time, Tim, there was two jobs going. There was one for the field organiser, there was one for the regional field director, which was probably a higher position. And Tim wanted to get the RFD spot. And I don't think he was too pleased when we appointed him the field director, but we did because we were worried about Mulgrave. And Tim came across from Adelaide with an incredibly good reputation as a campaigner, as an organiser, and the stakes were too high. There could be a possibility in which we maybe just won state government but not get the leader elected, and we couldn't have that, so we needed to make sure that we did both. So we put Tim into the role as organiser in Mulgrave, but he was such a professional. Even though he was in very unfamiliar surroundings in Melbourne South East, he quickly got to work establishing relationships with various party members and branches and community leaders and built a strong campaign and was successful in holding the seat for our then newly elected Premier. He went on to play an important role in the Premier's private office, focusing on the delivery of government in the infrastructure projects program, including the level crossing removal program. And then he went on to move to Western Australia, where he was appointed the party secretary and campaign director and orchestrated an historic landslide win for Labor in the West, a win that was so big that the UN election monitors had to come and investigate the result because they thought it was dubious. That's not true. I just made that last bit up. He was an incredibly talented, tactile, dedicated, hardworking Labor campaigner and a great friend to many across the country, and had an impact on not just the Labor Party but our society in 3 states, but made friends right across the country because he was such an infectious, loving person. And myself, Jesse, and the Social Democratic community of listeners wish to pass on our condolences to his wife and also a fellow field alum in Victoria, Priya Brown, and their beautiful daughter, Charlotte, and his parents, his brother Chris and his sister Jo, and all of his close personal friends. Our prayers are with them at this time.